Just weeks ago, students graduating from college were set to enter one of the strongest job markets of the century. That didn't happen. Now, students are scattered across the country with internships canceled and campuses closed indefinitely.
I think first or second week in March, things started happening in the world.
The week before spring break, we just got an email being like, get out as fast as possible.
I had to reschedule my flight back to Massachusetts to get my car, pack up my things, all within the matter of 2 days.
Grads are stepping into the job market in the middle of the worst financial downturn in American history.
It's just kind of crazy how many people this happened to, because people had jobs lined up and then you're just waiting for that phone call to say, oh, never mind.
Basically, I'm in a weird limbo.
Sort of like a sense of like, I don't know what to do.
Do I need to go back to school? What are my transferable skills that I can apply to other industries?
So we ask you, what opportunities have you lost because of the pandemic? And are any of those dreams still alive? Hi. I'm Alexis with the Star Tribune. Post-graduation plans come together after 4 years of hard work. It's the first notion we get of what adulting might look like. And now, for many grads, that's gone. Maybe for good.
I was interviewing for this internship in New York City. I got it, and it was kind of this dream gig. It was paid, and paid arts management internships are rare. I was gonna make my New York debut. Obviously, Brada has been shut down. The internship was canceled. I've
been banking on Fulbright for a lot of this year. Fulbright really is one of those like once in a lifetime things, but it's very difficult to plan your life around something that you're not sure when it's going to start.
There is a big exam called USMLE Step 1, and there are a series of exams that all medical students have to take to become a licensed doctor in the US. Because of stay-at-home orders, the testing centers have had to be closed and stuff, and there's been actually a lot of confusion in the medical world as to how to kind of proceed. I already know it's so different just learning about diseases or just like reading through a module instead of actually interacting with your preceptor.
New grads have shifted from Plan A to Plan B to Plan Z. And even then, it's hard to find jobs. What can you do when the fallback to your fallback doesn't work out?
Places where I'm applying, they're freezing on jobs. They're not hiring anyone right now because they don't know. I'm like stressed, like trying to like make more pathways for me to go through, but I don't even know if that's worthwhile at this point in time.
I'm going into the conservation corps, something I'd always kind of been interested in, but never really thought of actually doing. And now I'm like, job prospects are kind of iffy right now. I'm going to wait out this pandemic by working in the woods. I'm really fortunate and have a lot of support from my parents where I know if I need money, like I'll be okay. But I know a lot of people that are really worried about it because, we are kind of in this weird hole where we don't qualify for unemployment and we don't necessarily get that stimulus check.
Some grads are struggling to stay connected or even make rent. So here are some things that would-be employers can keep in mind during this crisis.
Typically when an employer is looking at a resume, they're going to notice those gaps, and those are going to be some red flags there. And I think that employers are going to need to remove those red flags when it comes to the COVID gaps.
Being able to recognize emotions and the capacities of people are going to be very varied. And it's not going to be as simple as sitting them down and saying, okay, let's have a Zoom interview. Something that I've realized is really important is things like, consistent internet access or even having the money to be able to afford those things. And not everybody is going to be at a place to be able to do that. And maybe even saying, hey, let's do a phone interview instead of a Zoom interview.
Those are all really great ideas. And here are a few more ways that you can keep up your professional development while job opportunities are slim. There are 3 big areas to keep in mind. First, the hunt. Your job search will undoubtedly take longer because of this situation. But stay strong. Practice interviews over the phone and video chat with family and friends. If you were working for a student organization that you're passionate about before this, see if you can keep doing that. Create a self-directed project this summer that could demonstrate your initiative to a future employer. Second, keep up those connections. Keep in touch with that manager you interviewed with before everything got canceled. Now is a great time to reach out to old mentors and professional contacts, and even ask for introductions. After all, With everybody stuck at home, that typically jet-setting manager may be free for a virtual coffee. You never know. Third, see this as an opportunity to revamp your personal brand, as cheesy as that may sound. Do you have your best, most recent work on display for employers to find? Could your online bio use some brushing up? Figure out the elements and platforms that you need to get in front of the companies that you want to work for. There's way more to your well-being than career hustle, and it's important to guard your mental health, especially now. So, how can you keep your spirits up during all this? Get outside. Rekindle a love for a hobby that might have faded in college. I'm gonna try to start blogging again. And I want to try to start filling up the scrapbook that I've had laying around for about a year.
I used to play the piano, the cello, the trumpet, and I kind of left all of that when I went off to college. And so it's been really good to be home. It's been a really great stress reliever.
You could find a way to help others.
A couple of friends and colleagues and myself banded together and we created a mutual aid organization. It's called Minnesota COVID Sitters. It actually came out of this need that we were a really growing quick need that we were seeing for medical professionals needing household help and childcare. We've had students, undergraduate and graduate students from all across the Twin Cities who have, volunteered their time to help, and that has been really wonderful seeing that.
Appreciate what you do have.
My grandma has me keep a gratitude journal, and every couple of days we'll compare and talk about it, and I don't know, that's a really cool way to just reflect on what you're doing and just acknowledge the good stuff that's happening. So last thing I wrote, I'm grateful for my boyfriend Emil giving me conversation every day and keeping me sane. I'm grateful for the sunshine and nice long walks. I feel like I appreciate it more now that life has slowed down. I'm grateful for my family who check in on me every couple days. I'm also grateful for all the dogs in the Twin Cities. Every time I go outside, there's dogs everywhere. I'm also grateful for takeout food. I've been eating out way more than I used to, and it's amazing.
And keep checking in with the people close to you.
If you're noticing that your friends are calling you and reaching out to you and you're not responding to them, you don't want to pick up your phone, you don't want to connect. Those are some symptoms and things that you're recognizing that I would highly encourage you to reach out to a mental health professional of some sort to help you deal with what it is that you're going through.
I think that a silver lining in this has been that it's made me much more willing to have that initiative, to have that conversation. It's scary, and I think the best thing we can do is to be here for each other.
So how are you checking in with your friends? How are you celebrating this milestone and trying to make this time special? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, because we'll get to tomorrow together. Thanks for watching.